Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lichgrave and welcome to another one of my Planetside 2 tactics videos. In this video I'm going to be talking about CQC sniping because this has been requested. CQC sniping is something that I'm personally well known for, and it's something that a lot of players don't really seem to understand too well, you know? It's a really different animal compared to normal sniping, because normal sniping you're sitting at long range, you see a target, you aim up, you adjust for drop or whatever, you know, and you're basically taking out standing still targets. That overshot? Interesting. So, you know, you gotta, it's a different ballgame. You gotta be more quick on the reaction times, and my aim is not that good right now, so apologies for this shit. Quick scopes, but you know, you get the point. As far as your loadout's concerned, and this is where I really get kind of annoyed that this is a necessary thing, but like as you just saw me put battle hardened. If you don't have battle hardened, you can't play this. You can't really play this kind of style. I mean, you can try, but you're gonna be getting a lot of screen shake due to screen shake, and just explosion spam the game. So you gotta be careful. It's not gonna be easy. If you can pull it off, great. If you can't, you know, it's fine. Understand that if you're missing battle hardened, you're really missing an integral part of this. And it really hurts me to say that because I know how many people want to really get good at CQC sniping, and really be that MLG boss that can run into a room and snap to somebody's, you know, head and just go bam, dead, and then do a 180 quick scope and bang, somebody else is dead that was behind them that was, you know, briefly shooting at them. You'll get there, trust me. As somebody who's been there and is now, you know, just really not playing the game as much and really trying to get back into the swing of my sensitivity. You'll get there. It's going to take some months of training, but you'll get there. But yeah, no, battle hardened is almost a necessary thing for this. Even level 1 will do better. If you have level 1, great. If you have level 3, that's better. If you have level 5, that's amazing. But not everybody may have it. Not everybody may have it up to the max level. So if you have battle hardened, put it on because you're going to need it. The more you have it on, the higher the level, the easier it's going to be. Basically, the more viable this build becomes. Because if you just throw a nade down and you try to fire at somebody, you know, well, that didn't help. But you know, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. You know, and a lot of times you fire when that nade goes off, or when an explosion hits. Like it's almost as if it was timed. You know, you'll feel like it was timed, because it almost was. So be aware of that. You know, be aware that you're going to be suffering a lot. So battle hardened, necessary. Ghost, SAS, SAR, Phantom, Impetus, and KSR, all really good starting options. The Phantom and equivalents, of course, are semi-autos. They're not the bolt actions, but they'll get the job done. It's just you're really looking for that CQC, you know, scope, what you're looking for. So, you know, have it available. Because you have battle hardened, using these weapons is going to be easier. As far as attachments are concerned, the Ghost, SAS, SAR, I only use the 4X, nothing else. Super glued coil, straight pull bolt, you can if you want. I don't because I feel like it removes, well, it doesn't remove anything. It forces a bad habit, which is staying down sights and then, you know, continuing to stay down sights while looking at enemies, trying to fire in at them, things like that. That's a really, really bad habit, because what ends up happening is that you remove a lot of your surroundings, a lot of your situational awareness. because you're just focusing in on the target. I fire, I miss, I have to move. You know, I fire, I hit the guy, there's another shot, you know. I'm still having to constantly get out of my crosshair to make these shots count and to know what's going on, and it forces me to do so because I need to reload. So, you know, things like that, right? I don't use it. It's up to you. Pistols, I'm personally partial to the burst pistols, so the Spiker, the Inquisitor, the Desperado. It's up to you. The new NS45 Pilot is great, so it's up to you. A lot of people will swear by the Commissioner. That's fine, but understand that if you miss a shot, you're dead. If you miss a shot with the Spiker, you're almost fine. If you miss a shot with the Black Hand, you're dead. You miss a shot with the Underboss, you have a chance. And when doing double headshots, the Underboss and the Commissioner kill with 2 shots. So, but the Underboss is faster, so the Underboss, really. If you want the Commissioner, you do the Underboss. If you really want to have that stopping power of the Commissioner, you get the Underboss. The Black Hand, I've done because of the 4X. You know, you have that 4X thing that's happening. You know, 4X, 4X. You know, you have the aim, right? You have the scope. Nothing really changes too much. So it's up to you, right? But again, I'm partial to the burst pistols. Recon darts. I don't use motion spotter since the nerf. Simply because a motion spotter and a dart do the same thing, except, you know, within 20 meters, you as an infiltrator see all targets within range of you, but there's going to be so much intel around anyway because you're in CQC. It's better to have, you know, that intense range. This is, I mean, this is more of a range than one of those motion spotters could cover. And I grouped these guys together, and this is this is an active sensor grid. This is going to be difficult as hell for anybody to take apart. And these last for 45 seconds, and I can resupply these in an ammunition box. You can't resupply motion spotters. And when I place down a dart, this is the most important thing. When I place down a dart, I can cloak. And what that does is that when I fire, I still have that signature, right? So I can just cloak and remove that signature. And all of a sudden I'm not able to be seen. And that's a big advantage. So, you know, understand that this is a really big deal, and use this to your advantage. Seriously. Motion darts. Motion darts are great. Motion spotter, not so much. Sorry, motion spotter. Ability, it's your cloaking, but it's nano armor cloaking. If you don't have this thing at max, this is the first thing you want to be shooting for before you even get into CQC sniping, before you get into any type of close quarters infiltrator play. You get nano armor cloaking. It's so important. You can survive a headshot from a sniper rifle. You can survive most encounters with it because you're cloaked and you're taking less damage. It really is great. You know, it lasts for only 8.5 seconds, so use it sparingly. But, you know, suit, you can use whatever you want. I'm personally partial to adrenaline because of the speed. So go ahead and use that if you want to. Just the way that I play, adrenaline helps, but it's up to you guys. You can use any of the suit slots. It's up to you. Grenade bandolier, I would only recommend when in a nade spam situation, and those don't come too often. If you just need to hammer down certain, like, frags and EMPs, by all means, which is the grenades. EMP, I always have one of those active. Frag grenades are nice, but EMPs really are the king in this. Utility medkits. Melee. Knives are... It's up to you. The Lumine Edge swings for a longer period, but it's inactivatable and it can one-shot. The Amaterasu has less damage, but it swings faster. You know, I go with the standard blade. You know, it's really up to you. If you have variants of the original blade, then that's up to you if you want to use them. Implant battle harden is necessary. The secondary is up to you. Personally, I use Vampire because once you get it up to that max level, you restore 325 health when using a sidearm. And if you miss your shot and you kill somebody with your pistol, having that extra health really does help. So that's your build. That's what you're mostly going to be using. It's really up to you what you want to use. I'd say if you're starting out, use these 4X snipers. It takes a special kind of crazy, and I don't mean skill. I mean sheer, you know, crazy, you know, to use the 6X. I've done it. That's what that's one of the things that a lot of people would be like, what the hell, how the fuck did you do that, kind of thing. It just takes a special kind of crazy. So don't be discouraged if you can't pull it off, because not many people can pull it off, right? I've only met myself, really. Maybe there's maybe one, two other people that could do it, but still perform like they would with these 4Xs, you know. So for aim training, come down here to this part of the training facility in the VR. There's this little cross joint on both sides, and in front of them are targets. I use this one because it's at least for the most part, really well set up. It's a bit off, but don't worry. You basically stand in the middle of the cross. I know it's a bit off, like I just said, but it's okay. And you just stand in the center and you snap to each target, back and forth, slowly, getting faster as you go along until you get to an uncomfortable point, and then you just start practicing that. You know, you keep going back and forth until you start snapping, right? And my aim is bad right now, but I need to work on it. As you practice that, you will get better at snapping between the two targets, and what will happen is your aim will get better. And if you're ADSing down, if your aim sensitivity is the same as your scope, which I recommend it should be, especially if you're using the 4X, find a good sensitivity first. But yeah, it'll really help with your aim, and because aim is the #1 thing with CQC sniping and sniping in general. So I hope this video helped. There's not much else I can say on it. The rest is really just practice and learning about other aspects of the game. To really be the higher level Voodoo Monkey, you know, Ashley APB, 60 seconds TR kind of guys, you really have to dedicate yourself to basically one weapon. 60 seconds has, I believe, 10,000 kills with just the SAS. So, you know, dedicate yourself to one weapon, get really good with that weapon, and then just go nuts. I can perform well with all snipers. That's my specialty. Is that I can be crazy with a couple, but I can be, you know, I can do extremely well with a lot of them. So just choose what you want to do. Do you want to be able to pull any sniper rifle off the rack and be able to be a god with it? Okay. Or do you want to pick up one weapon and be the uncontested champion of that weapon? It's up to you. So I hope you guys I really do hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section. If you guys have any topics that you want me to discuss, go ahead and put that in the comment section as well. And hope you guys enjoy the video. This has been Lichgrave, signing out.